Alright, what's up guys? Today I figured I'd show you how basically an effect chain works, or just your processing chain, and like how it fits in order and how I would do mine. Um, so it's honestly pretty important to understand that each plugin that you put on the chain, it really matters what order it's in. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain that. So right here I just have a little bass sound. So first what I would do to that is I would put some compression on it, just because I want it to be compressed and louder. Okay, so now I would put maybe some saturation on it. Okay, now if I wanted to EQ out the low end, I would put that at the end. So since it's at the end of the chain, this is the last plugin that the sound is going through. So anything that happens at the end is basically going to be like what happens to the sound. So say I put this EQ before the OTT, and then if I put another one in, there's still low end. That's because the EQ is before the OTT, which the OTT, if it's okay, so my mic cut out, but basically if you put the OTT after the EQ, the OTT will bring out more low end, and basically any of the frequencies that you've already EQ'd, and saturation will do this too. But a good technique to do is to EQ the sound before and after you OTT, or use a lot of different effects. Another cool trick is if you want to put on something like reverb or delay, you could either put it after the everything, basically the OTT or the EQ. So I have that on after everything, but if I put this on before the OTT, or basically any compressor will do this a little. You can tell the reverb's a lot more intense and it has a lot longer of a tail. So we could do this with delay too. So if I turn the feedback up, you'd hear it kind of fade out. Now say I put this before the OTT. So yeah, it basically just goes on way longer. So it could help you get like different effects that you'd want, like a really long delay like that would help. Another cool thing is you'd want, which I would personally do, is say you put on your reverb at the end of your chain. So if you put the reverb on at the end of your chain, then it's gonna have all this reverb down here in this low end that honestly I don't really want. So after that reverb, you're gonna take another EQ and then put that on. So basically, different plugins will add certain stuff to the sound, and you have to make sure that you're cleaning that up afterwards. So it's like a start from finish with the chain. The last thing you put on will basically affect all the other plugins, but if you put something on before it, it'll go like into that plugin. So I hope that was a good explanation. Yeah, that was definitely something that helped me out when I was learning. And there's a lot of cool techniques like the ones that I showed, and you'll develop some of your own, but it really helps with your mixing and everything. So yeah, I'll see you guys next video.